Hi guys, welcome to another amazing episode of 20 Podcast. Here I'll be reviewing the Burnley versus Manchester City match. Yesterday I was very happy to watch the match. I was pumped because that was the first Premier League match. And I know Arsenal fans, I know you guys were watching that match as well because if we were hoping Pep would get onto a slow start or maybe drop points. But that was not the case because I already said in my preview, I don't see how this company team will match up against Pep side, even though they've lost like players like Mahrez and the likes. I don't see them losing this match. Still, maybe we are going to test them against more superior teams like Liverpool, Chelsea. I'm not sure Chelsea. They're still superior, trust me, because of their quality, the quality in their squad now. So maybe when they match up against teams like that, maybe we'll see. Maybe they will drop points, or maybe they will lose the game. Let's see them against a good side before we judge that they are not at their best again. But I think the takeaway from yesterday's game is Burnley. I really didn't see that coming from them. They conceded 3 goals, 3 beautiful goals. Let me tell you, that 3 goals was not stoppable from the first one to the last one. Trust me. Their keeper did a very good job yesterday, and I think the takeaway from the game was Burnley attack. Like after conceding the first goal against Manchester City, I was like, these people should be trying to defend because they considered a very early goal. They should focus more on their defense. But so for them was 5-4-1 formation. The 5-4-1 formation is very good when you're trying to absorb pressure. But when you are out, you are left with just 3 defenders. The midfield becomes maybe 5-6. They just try to overload that midfield. And when Kevin De Bruyne left the game due to an injury, we saw more control from Burnley towards the end of the match before the second goal. That goal was very beautiful in my opinion. So what I really love about this game was the way they attacked, the way they played down the left hand side. Foster has a beautiful career ahead of him. He's just 22. I think he can do more. He made a couple mistakes. He didn't take his chance well, but I feel like later on in the season, let's see how this Burnley team is going to face off against other opponents. But I think they might just be a chance for them because their players are young, talented, fast. They are very good on the break. They cause a lot of trouble for Manchester City. I think if it was not a big team like Manchester City they were facing yesterday, they might have a chance at scoring. They were close to scoring so many times in the first half, but the second half was total dominance from Pep. Alan is sharp as ever. I think Manchester City winning against Burnley just continued their amazing record against Burnley. I think it's just like saying water is wet. Burnley have only won Manchester City once in maybe 18 games. So the stats is crazy, let me tell you. De Bruyne is Manchester City X factor. Him in that team, it just makes everything more easy for players like Alan, players like Alvarez. I think if De Bruyne didn't leave the game early, Alvarez will have a lot of work on his shoulder. He might have been just running in behind Alan, just entering the box, maybe waiting for those square plays, but it didn't quite happen for him because when you don't have De Bruyne in that game, you are telling Rodri to start making runs, Kovacic to be making runs, and that's not really their style of game. But I think Rodri did a good job at keeping Burnley strikers at bay, controlling that midfield, getting an assist, scoring a goal for himself. Rodri is a very good player in Manchester City midfield. Probably the most important right now, given the fact that De Bruyne will not be there. I think they have to lean on Rodri for his runs, for his passes, for just his all-rounder game is very important. And him sitting on top of that defense just give the defenders a little bit of assurance that okay, we have a guy that can recover fast, we have a guy that can defend very well. And I'm so happy Grealish didn't play yesterday. Honestly, I'm a very big Grealish critic because Grealish offers, he just stops the tempo of the game. He plays with the ball, but you see a player like Foden, he can play in the left, he can play in the right, he can play as an attacking midfielder, he can play as a central midfielder. I think the only position he can play is the defense. Let me tell you something, Foden is very special and I'll pick him over Grealish every single time. All rounder, I don't really want to talk on Alan because Alan scoring is just like, oh, that is weird, but I still want to talk about that second goal. What a left foot Alan have. Like, just his first two touch was 2 goals in that game. Like, his second goal was very, very sweet. Honestly, I really enjoyed that, and his smile on his face, like, oh god, I did it again. My preview, I said Burnley might actually get relegated, that they are not ready for the Premier League challenge, but I think they are. But they still lack quality, but they were brave. I know bravery don't win games, but they were brave in attack. They were playing well. I think first half we helped them a lot. Let's just see how things pan out for them.